I'm Chuck with Lake to Lake. I'm going to tell you about the RV show that I went to in Kansas City this last weekend. And let me tell you, it was exciting. Well, I say exciting, yeah. It was cold. Had to walk a long ways because of the underground parking unit they condemned, so were tearing it down, so they had to park a long way. But I guess it's better to condemn it and tear it down than have it collapse on somebody. One thing about Bartle Hall, they only used about half the hall for the showroom, or the show floor. Showroom, show floor, show, whatever. In past years, I think they've used all the space. And here's a map of what the show looked like. One thing I noticed, there were not as many vendors there as there were in the past. For whatever reason, the vendors just weren't there. As I walked around the RV show, I noticed there were a lot more pole travel trailers, than anything else. I noticed the fifth wheels were down in count a little bit, and I know there were very, very few Class A's. Very few Class A's, a handful of Class B's, and there were more Class C's out there than anything else. And I also noticed there were not very many high-end units. It seemed like the majority of the units there were the low to moderate priced units. Of course, low price to moderate price pole trailers, those are the ones that sell nationally anyway. So I guess they would promote more of those on the sales floor than anything else. Another thing I noticed, they were really promoting a monthly payment as opposed to a unit price. I noticed that they would say, hey, $399, $499, $279, as opposed to $49,000, $69,000 dollars for the unit. They were promoting a monthly price. One unit or one dealer, they were promoting an out the door price. They said, we can get you in for $399. That's it, guaranteed. Or you can pay, or the $49.95 or whatever it was, out the door price. No extras, no PDIs, no nothing. It was all included in the price. That's a good thing for consumers. The one thing I noticed, the crowds were good. They were good. A lot of lookers. I mean, a lot of lookers. I didn't see a lot of buyers. I'd go by the business sides of the dealers where they had the computers set up and they're working on deals and financing. I did not see a lot of people buy. I did not see a lot of buyers. But you know what? You got to be a looker, then you got to be a buyer. That's the way I did it. That's the way everybody does it. So you got to look before you buy. And who knows? Maybe I missed them. I was only there 4 hours. So maybe I just, as I was wandering around the Bartle Hall looking at everything and trying to get a feel of what was going on, maybe I just missed them signing up and buying them. But anyway, some of the RV trends I noticed, lots of light colored units. I'm talking about white, off-whites. I'm talking about paneling. I'm talking about countertops. I'm talking about counters. I'm talking about leather. And that seems to come, the rumor around the show is it comes from Europe. It's the European style of making RVs. They're going to the very, very light colored, almost white. To me, it's a little bit too sterile. But hey, if it works, people are buying it. You know, I'm not a marketing guy, but if it works, so be it. I kind of like the beiges. I like the light colors. I don't like the dark colors, but that white's just a little too sterile for me. Blackout editions for the Class Bs seem to be hot right now. And that's basically where they have black rims, black tires, black lettering, everything on the outside of the unit that would normally be a chrome color or an accent color, they're black. They look kind of cool. In fact, my Ram truck was that way. When I bought it, I bought a blackout edition. I got a white truck with the blackout edition. It looks pretty cool. I didn't have any choice. When I went to buy it in 2022, that's the only thing they had on the lot. So I bought it. I didn't think too much about it, but now that I see that's a hot thing in Class Bs, well, so be it. Another thing I noticed is I see a lot more disc brakes on units, especially in the Grand Design and Alliance. They had disc brakes available. Even down on the travel trailers, on the pole travel trailers. And I'm not going to get into that, but they have anti-locking, they have good, better, best as far as the braking systems go. I don't know that much about the disc braking systems, good, better, best ones, but I'm not going to research for this video, but they are available, which is an upgrade. I mean, that's good for the industry. I also noticed some of the units, was new to me anyway, was limited editions. they would talk about, Jayco had a limited edition, and this paint job's only going to be on 50 units, or we're going to put these quiet air conditioners on the first 50 units. Anyway, limited editions, they seem to be a big deal in pushing them, and they were letting you know that there's only so many of these available. This dealer bought 2 of this and 1 of that, and if you want them, you got to snatch them up quick. I think it's a little more of a marketing thing, but hey, it got people's interest. I did see quite a few more destination trailers out on the showroom floor, which typically in the past I haven't seen that many, but that seems to be a thing they're pushing. One nice thing about it, a lot of the destination trailers and some of the bigger fifth wheels, they have patios, decks they fold down off their unit. One really slick one was when it folded down, you could fold another piece out and make it a screened-in porch with a roof and everything, and it was all part of the unit. It wasn't something separate you had to buy. That's thinking outside the box, and I tell you what, that got a lot of people looking when they found out all this was included: roof, screened-in porch, deck, fold down, optional if you want. I mean, you didn't have to deploy it, but that was pretty cool. You could sit outside in your screen porch. Also, I've noticed the Schwintek slide systems seem to be going away. The industry's overall's had a problem with them, and I saw people. They were actually saying this trailer does not have a Schwintek slide system. So that's good. I haven't had any major problems with my Schwintek. I've had some nuisance problems where it gets out of sync, and I got to hit the reset button. I got to wait 5-7 blinks or whatever it is. I always have to research it every time I do it, but it's never broke on me. I've always had to get it resynced, and I do what they tell me to do. Just it seems like once every 3 or 4 months it gets out of whack. Also, I did not see any large solar panel packages on any of the units. I'm talking about multiple solar panels. I'm talking about a large battery bank, and I'm talking about an inverter to go out and go boondocking. God, gotta get that right. They weren't promoting those. They were options if you wanted to order them, but in last year they were pumping those things. They were trying to get everybody to buy the big, large solar powered multiple battery units with an inverter. Not anymore. They seem to be trying to keep the price down to get people into them. Now, most units still have one solar panel, one 12-volt battery, because they have a 12-volt refrigerator. From my experience, that doesn't work very well. That's why I had to upgrade my batteries. Phil and Stacy with Today is Someday, they put on an excellent little seminar. If you get a chance to see them, make sure you go and catch their seminars. They get the audience involved in the conversation. They keep it interesting. They got some good humor. They got some good stories they tell them themselves. So anyway, if you get a chance and you're at an RV show and they're doing one of their seminars, go to it. You won't be sorry. Well, I think that's going to wrap it up. Thanks for watching. If you like what you saw, give me a thumbs up, would you? And if you want to see any special content, let me know. Put it in the comments down below. In fact, put the comments down below if you liked it or didn't like it. Just let me know. I'm not going to get better by just talking to myself and deciding if it's good or not. So, and if you really like what you saw and you want to see more of them, please subscribe. Well, I think that'll do it. Until we meet around the campfire, you all take care now. Bye-bye.